At his peak, John D. Rockefeller was worth $400 billion in today's money, more than Elon Musk, more than Jeff Bezos, more than anyone in history. But the money is not the most shocking part. The most shocking part is what he did with it. He did not just buy companies. He bought governments. He bought schools. He bought the medical system. And he redesigned the entire world to serve his interests. This is the dark truth about the Rockefeller family. In 1870, John D. Rockefeller founded Standard Oil. Within 10 years, he controlled 90% of all oil refining in America. Not 50%, not 70%, 90%. How did he do it? He made secret deals with railroads to charge his competitors higher prices to transport oil. He bought out competitors who refused to sell by cutting prices so low they could not survive. He spied on rivals. He bribed government officials. Any company that stood in his way was either bought out or destroyed. Standard Oil became the most powerful corporation in American history. In 1911, the U.S. Supreme Court finally broke it up, calling it an illegal monopoly. But here's the twist. When Standard Oil was broken into 34 separate companies, Rockefeller owned shares in all of them. Breaking up his company actually made him richer. This is the part that will make you question everything. In the early 1900s, medicine was diverse. Doctors used natural remedies, herbal treatments, homeopathy. Rockefeller wanted to change that. Why? Because he had invested heavily in petrochemical companies, and petrochemicals are the foundation of pharmaceutical drugs. In 1910, Rockefeller funded a study called the Flexner Report. The report declared that only drug-based medicine was legitimate. Every other form of healing was called unscientific and dangerous. Medical schools that taught natural remedies lost their funding and were forced to close. Only schools that taught pharmaceutical drug-based medicine received Rockefeller money. Within 20 years, the entire medical education system in America had been redesigned. From that moment on, the dominant treatment for almost every disease became a drug made from petrochemicals. Petrochemicals owned by Rockefeller. But Rockefeller did not stop at oil and medicine. He understood something that most powerful people never grasp. If you control what people learn, you control what they think. And if you control what they think, you control everything. Rockefeller founded the University of Chicago. He created the General Education Board, which donated hundreds of millions of dollars to schools across America. But the donations came with conditions. Schools had to teach approved curriculum that produced obedient workers, not independent thinkers. One of Rockefeller's own education advisors wrote, "We shall not try to make these people thinkers. We shall try to make them workers." That quote should terrify you, because the school system you grew up in was shaped by that philosophy. John D. Rockefeller did not just become the richest man in history. He reshaped medicine. He reshaped education. He reshaped government. And he did it all quietly, through donations, foundations, and institutions, while presenting himself as a generous philanthropist. The most dangerous power is the power that looks like charity. Next time you take a pharmaceutical drug, remember who designed that system. Next time you sit in a classroom, remember who funded that curriculum. The world you live in was largely designed by one man, and almost nobody knows his name. If this opened your eyes, share it with someone who needs to see it. And subscribe, because every week I expose the dark truths about the world that most people never learn. See you in the next one.